Hello, and welcome back to Folklore. We're finally done with daytime, and it's time to take on some nighttime quests. We've got one new in-game quest, and it's going to be our final in-game quest. Folk is the reward. Yep, that's right. A relatively simple quest to beat up some Gladiolas. I can't imagine this will be too difficult. We've fought plenty of Gladiolas by now. And it even starts us at the halfway point. Except this Gladiolus is apparently killing a bunch of other folks. Some of which even drop items. And with the point of the quest, of course, being defeat a bunch of Gladiolus, we've got a lot of other folks we gotta take care of along the way. As I think we're all familiar with by now, Telenthera are no big deal if you've got Bullseye handy. Especially since Bullseye are pretty good at just picking out targets and taking aim no matter where you throw them. That can have its advantages and disadvantages, although right now, it's all advantages. Just got some claws flying everywhere, and they certainly do curve in midair. I guess they do a little bit of that when Keats uses them. But I'm still not sure that that necessarily makes it a superior attack to Bullseye. And every time we clear out the room, I think a new Thunder Crystal appears. Just to make sure that we're not completely running out of health, although that one I guess might have been there the whole time and I just didn't see it. So the Gladiolus keeps moving and leaving a trail of dead folks in its wake. I'm pretty sure the quest will get more complex than this at some point. Can't even tell whether that's a blue crystal or a white one in blue light. Don't really need the extra health right now, especially with Muscari around. Was kinda hoping Peg Powler would be a little more effective than that. 4 hits to bring out the red id from 1 Muscari. I guess if you have a bunch of folks working together, it goes pretty quickly. And that seems to be about it for this room. We're getting near the end of the realm. We're gonna have to catch up with the Gladiola sometime. And a big pile of dead Muscari, along with a whole bunch of living ones. Let's see if we can fix that, shall we? Pig Powler's not necessarily the best for hitting them because they fly well over its range of attack. So let's see if Henke gives us any more luck. It certainly will hit the Muscari out of the air most of the time, but charging it with so many Muscari in the room, kinda dangerous. So whenever they're on the ground, I want to take advantage of the opportunity to fill them with lead. I'm just kinda tossing folks randomly around, I guess. Not really sure whether Henke is going to be particularly powerful if I don't charge it. Especially if they manage to fly out of range. But they can only take so many hits. Eventually, I'll get the job done. I think I kind of put all the wrong attacks in the wrong places there. But I think that's this room cleared out. So the final room will naturally have to be where we actually get to fight Gladiolas directly. Where the heck is that exit? I guess I just haven't been through the core enough. I'm getting lost already. So the big difficulty here is having to fight multiple Gladiolas at once. But we fought multiple Fomor at once as Keats, and those even had a gimmick. I don't think these Gladiolas have a gimmick aside from there's more than one of them at a time. And the only real challenge is, again, the fact that Ellen still doesn't really have a whole lot of good destroy element folks. So I'll try to use ambush as much as I can to keep MC consumption low. Use Fomor whenever I've got the MC to spare. Put up a Spriggan barrier just as my MC runs out. All the little tricks that make the fight go faster. And I think I do still need to capture a couple more of these guys. So one of them has managed to make its way over from the upper platform, which hopefully means that I'm going to be able to take one of them out pretty quickly. As long as they're all bunched together, Fomor will hit them all at once. And I'm not even going to attempt a capture. So if I can kill this one quickly enough... Actually, I might have been able to capture it now that I think about it. The other one was stunned, just not at red id yet. Not necessarily worth the risk, although I've got plenty of hit points. I could survive a while longer. Anyway, I assume this is the one that came down from the upper platform, so it was still at full health when I started this thing. And it manages to survive an assault from Barghest, giving me the opportunity to capture it. And the room's not quite empty yet. I just have no luck hitting those crystals with destroy element, folks. Could use a bit more health, I guess. Might as well top up, because this is the final fight. Once I come up here, there's not really any opportunity to go back. I assume there's supposed to be 2 Gladiolas here as well, but since one of them already made his way down and got killed, it's just the one left, and there's not really a lot of challenge left. I'm going to clear out these crystals not because I need what's in them, but to make sure they're not in the way as I fight Gladiolas. The obstacle, I think, is going to work against me more than in my favor. Amoebium's not really that bad a choice, but I think there's a lot more opportunity to use Ambush, particularly because you don't actually have to be near the folk for Ambush's attack to work. Amoebium, you gotta put it down right next to Gladiolus, which gives it a lot more opportunity to get hit. I gotta admit, over the course of this chapter, particularly fighting Gladiolus, Ambush has grown on me. And this should finish the job. Now, I think you could repeat that quest to get 5 green quartz, but I'll have to check on that. Meanwhile, we've got a new folk. As always, let's see what we need to do to build this guy up. Looks kind of like the boss from Chapter 6. And naturally, we need more green quartz. Like I didn't have enough of that to collect. Well, it was a short quest, so let's just go ahead and do another one right now. We've done all the ones on the first page, so we've got 4 left to do. So that's most of the gimmick of this quest. As you fight the folks here, your health gets drained, and the Agapanthus becomes stronger. And the other half of the gimmick, they only steal your health while they're awake. So Habitrot, as you can probably guess, is going to be the main part of my attack here. And I'll give Kahareth a go just so we can see what it does. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I do know that much Welsh. So we begin almost immediately surrounded by Puka and Daru, which fortunately are immediately susceptible to capture once we put them to sleep. And that was easy enough. So here's Kahareth's attack. You can charge it up and shoot rocks at a pretty good distance. It's a slow attack. I don't know if it's really that strong, but it's not the most practical. So now we come up against folks that we can't necessarily defeat just by putting them to sleep. And I'm not sure how good an idea it is to put Bargus to sleep anyway. But we've got our old favorite slash element folk to go after him with. In this way I can just keep doing damage to him until he actually puts his spines out and stops Grabbag from attacking him. I don't know why, but something just strikes me as absolutely hilarious about Bargus knocking a present aside as it gets to Ellen. But that's the first room complete, and all in all, I don't think we lost too much health. Agapanthus hasn't gained much stamina from that. But naturally, that's going to be the easy part, and the rest of it's going to become harder as we go. Essentially, we'll see folks from other realms now. But I don't know how easily they're supposed to be able to wander from realm to realm, considering that they required Shefro to do that in another quest. I mean, we've seen folks from one realm and another realm pretty much throughout all these quests. But we'll take out all the Daru in one go. And then we've got a bunch of Vahan to take care of. And looks like some soldier folks bringing up the rear. Kahareth is just not going to get the job done here. See, in Fairy Photo Part 1, one of these two status conditions made the Vahan instantly capturable. And here, it's not working that way. I really don't know what the difference is. Best I can figure is somehow or other different quests, the folks will have different strength levels or something. But as it is, we've just got to keep everything asleep as much as we can, because with the folks we've got, it's going to be kind of tough to take out more than one of these things at a time. And sometimes, rather than worrying about putting them to sleep, I think I'm just going to have to go straight in for the captures. And the health that I lose isn't usually going to be as much of a problem as the Agapanthus that are coming up at the end of the quest gaining health. I can get life drops to recover. But I think I really do need to conserve as best I can. I gotta say, Cobley now kind of comes into its own too. He's got a better range than Kushi does, and it certainly does its job pretty quickly. Still, in a quest like this, sleep matters a lot more than charm. We're almost there, though. Getting to the halfway point of the first part of the realm. And, of course, the Fairy Realm has plenty of safe rooms. Yeah, we were going to face Agapanthus anyway. So I'll go ahead and get some destroy element attacks ready. Figuring that we'll probably be facing Agapanthus in the same place where we fought Boobry. But no, instead it's a bunch of scythe folks. And these guys I can't put to sleep. I think the energy drain is still happening. I just can't do anything about it but try to keep my distance. So Kaharith actually gets its moment to shine here. I mean, there are elemental attacks that I could use against some of these guys, but I don't think there are very many elements that are going to be good against all of them. Unfortunately, the Balewinds are just going to be annoying no matter what. And really, at any distance. And I have to put up my shield the moment I get out of this menu. Because the wind is becoming really annoying. And now the Bulk has managed to recover while I was trying to defend myself from the wind. I'm also trying to score some kills with a Mobium because I think I need to build up one of its karmas this way. And again, it's not one of the greatest attacks, but it's one of the better destroy attacks. So I have to presume that we're fighting Agapanthus in the big grassy hill room coming up after this. Plenty more folks, although the soldier folks at least are susceptible to sleep. Don't think I've really got time to kill any of them at this point. I'm kinda surrounded and getting attacked from all sides with all elements. We can find an out-of-the-way spot over here. Maybe come at them from behind. put them to sleep, and then capture whichever ones I didn't manage to hit with that attack. And just sort of work my way around in circles. Take out whichever ones are close, and keep the features in the room, all these standing stones, between me and as many folks as possible. Alright, now it was a Mobium that needs the kills, right? I don't want to be killing things with the wrong folk. Ah, no, a Mobium's done. It's Bergamot that needs the kills. So, let's waste as little effort as possible. Good news is, I don't think we've got any Bather here. They would be immune to Slash. Everything else, it'll probably just take a while. I don't know how many bullseyes there were in this room, but that's a ton. I think we've got them almost all cleared out, though, and then it's just the one Balewind and Valgbulk left. And we're nearly there. Guess this quest probably took a little longer than it should have. But it should be just me and the Agapanthus left. Well, 2 Agapanthus, alright. And of course, what would a fight with Agapanthus be without Muscari? And here you can actually see the effects of the health drain. Oh, we have Impet too, but they're not going to last very long. Fomor will take them down in one hit. So every time you see that glow, Agapanthus is gaining stamina. And I don't know whether that means their attacks are getting stronger, which might be the case, or if they're just gaining extra hit points. They do quite a bit of damage here. But without Muscari around distracting me, I think I should be able to take these guys down without taking too many more hits. Not that I'm going to have a whole lot of choice. Really, it's all just a matter of keeping a safe and respectful distance. And making sure to balance the use of some of the more expensive folks with the cheaper ones. I know people have said that MC management usually isn't an issue, particularly with the Cloak of Midnight Sun. But when you got folks like Fomor in your palette, it's still something you're going to have to watch for. So that's one of them almost down. I do need to capture another Agapanthus, but only one at a time, please. And that's that quest taken care of. And Agapanthus built up. So now I need to defeat 10 folks, which will be a tall order, but of course, when you can defeat any folk you want, there are some obvious choices. Might as well fill up my health. What else am I going to do? So there you have it. 2 rare folks in one video. Bet you never thought you'd see the day. So let's take a look at Radian. It's another download quest folk, destroy element, and we've got the materials to upgrade 1 karma already. It's a pretty interesting one. We'll see it a bit more next time.